There was, did I tell you the one about the girl in the wheelchair? This might sound cruel, but it wasn't. It was fun. It was she was a good girl. I forget where. I think this was in Denver too. This little black girl that she's very pretty. I don't remember what was wrong. She had a motorized wheelchair. And how can I tell this and not be too crude and nasty? She liked me, and I liked her. She was cute. And she was always at the shows. And I remember Shawn telling me one night, man, that girl really likes you, man. You know, you ought to make her do something for her, make her feel good. So like, what? Okay. So, I don't know, man. She really likes you. So I remember, I thought, okay, all right, I'll take it. The way the hotel was set up, like first floor was like the ballrooms type thing. I'm trying to be nice. I mean, this is going to come off bad, but and Curt of all people I wish you were here to tell the stories. He tells it best, and he's the one that walked in on it. We went on upstairs to the ballroom. You know, there was nobody up there. It was dark, and we just went up there and you know, have a little conversation to ourselves, get away from everybody. And I just remember that somehow or another I might have been dozing off, and I think maybe the girl started taking advantage of me. I would have never been doing this with a girl that, you know, or whatever. Not like that. I would have done something decently, not up to the ballroom. But anyway, she's, as Curt tells it, Curt had walked upstairs looking around, and he says, you know, you come up and you could hear the wheelchair squeaky sound, and he's like, what the hell? And he flipped the main light switch on, and you know, the motorized wheelchair. The girl was doing, you know, that sexual thing they do with her, what do you call it, blowjobs? I was out. You know, I was probably taking a nap. He said she's in there, this thing, and I don't. Curt he's not here to tell the story, so we'll have to let it go. But I'm not doubting his story. But and two, man, I remember after that. I do remember this, and I asked her if I could use her wheelchair for a little while, and it was kind of fun. It was pretty powerful, and I remember riding around in the lounge downstairs and running into everybody's tables and drinking. And end of the night, she had, you know, I had to prop her up against the wall. It was something. While she used her wheelchair, she was propped up against the wall. I remember at the end of the night, bringing her wheelchair to her and thanking her and saying good night. And then at the end of the night, it was like almost time to go. We go in bags and coming out and get ready for the airport. And Curt again right there. He's like, Marty, she wants you to sign an autograph for her. And I looked over at her, and she's sitting in her wheelchair and over by the wall. I'm like, well, okay, come over here and I'll sign. Did you really? She goes, yeah. I said, well, come over here and I'll sign. She goes, I can't right now. I'm plugged in. He ran my battery down. So that's just, I mean, Shawn came into that because, I mean, he was around. We just saw the crazy stuff we've done. You know, the fighting our way out of little small town redneck bars. You know, we had to do. You know, just we went through so much, and good and bad. I mean, when I say the bad, is like I said, sometimes we had, you know, a lot of times you go into smaller towns and the people, the guys get really, you know, they're not intimidated, but they don't like the fact that you're getting attention in their bar. And there's, you know, from time to time we have to really watch each other's back and get out of situations. Those would be the bad things that had happened. Actually, you know, a couple other bad things with, you know, Shawn had a problem. Louisville Police Department really screwed him over once. You know, him and Dino Bravo, and I don't know if it was somebody, Joey Morella. I know it was and Dino for sure that went to jail. They took him in that night. It was leaving a place called the Toy Tiger in Louisville, and I think, you know, Shawn does have a habit of when he gets drunk, he'll mouth off to people. I mean, he's usually not, you know, he won't start a fight or nothing, but if he's drunk and you give him a reason, he'll tell you about yourself. And I think that was happening this night. And he does it even more so. He's got a Dino Bravo right nearby, or Scott Hall, or Kevin Nash. I mean, he'll do it just even a little more so. And this night Dino was there, so he was letting some guy know about himself, and so the police arrested him and Dino. I remember that night, I'd hooked up with this girl that I thought she was beautiful. And I think she is, or was. It's been a girl that worked at the airport there in Louisville. I met her, and every time I'd see her, well, she actually got out and about that night and ended up hooking up with her this night. And I'm thinking, it's about 4 in the morning, 5 in the morning, and I'm, doing our thing, and I'm pretty happy about this, because this girl looks great. And the phone rings, so I didn't know we left the Toy Tiger, I left her. Last I saw was Dino and Shawn and a couple other guys leaving. Everything was fine. I found out the scream and holler and all that later. But so the phone rings. The boys always ribbon each other, and I'm in the middle of something good, and I answer the phone, and Dino Bravo's, what are you doing? I said, I'm just enjoying myself. What's up? He says, I'm in jail, man. I hung up the phone. So a few minutes later, the phone rings again. I pick up. Hello. He goes, you motherfucker, you hang up again, I'll kill you. And I'm like, click. I think he's playing, right? Calls back a third time. Goes, you motherfucker, don't hang up. And I realized he's serious. He was serious. He goes, yeah, we're in jail. So I was, son of a damn, man. All right, I'll be right down there. And it was like 5 o'clock. I went down to get him out and bail him out. And they wouldn't let him out until 8 o'clock for some reason. I got there around 5:36. They said, well, I don't know if it had something to do with the alcohol level. They couldn't let him out. They either been in for so many hours or it dropped, their level dropped, whatever it was. So they wouldn't let him out till 8. And I remember sitting there, and I had a few drinks. When you drink like that, and you stop and you just got to stay awake and just sit there. Boy, the headache gets real bad. And I'm sitting there hungover now, and the girl, I missed out on that, and waiting for 8 o'clock to come. And sure, 8 o'clock comes, and out comes Dino. He goes storming by. He's mad as hell. And then Shawn comes walking out, and I looked up, and he had 2 black eyes. And his nose was swollen, and over here his lips were just huge. And it looked nasty. I was stunned for the first. I just remember staring at him. What the hell happened to you? He was like, I didn't look like this when I came in this damn place. Oh, wow, man, what happened? He goes, well, shit, if you would have left me in here all damn night. And I'm like, well, man, they wouldn't let you out until 8 o'clock. It's funny, just right about this time, he started, he was upset because what had happened to him. And he started screaming at me, and I was like, now I'm screaming back because I was going to bail him out. I couldn't help what happened to him in there. And plus, at 8 o'clock, for he could get out. And so I'm yelling back now. We're yelling at each other. And this class, this lady was coming through with a little 3rd grade class with them running through the jail thing. And they're like, one of the kids recognized me. He was like, look at some of the rockers. And she's like, oh, really? What's wrong? And all the kids are hollering. And then me and Shawn look at each other like, fuck you, no, fuck you, no, fuck you. And the lady said, okay, kids, come this way. Let's go this way. Never mind. You don't want to see the rockers right now. And, but that thing turned out, I guess Shawn, I think what happened, the Nasty Boys, every time they get arrested, they end up cutting up with the cops and then taking pictures, which happens a lot anyway. If you're out in the public eye, most of the time you're going to take Polaroids and sign picture autographs and stuff, and they're going to take it as easy as they can on you. But the Nasty Boys just always had a way of making everybody laugh, and they used to, I remember one time when they got fingerprinted, and they just dabbed it all over their face before they got their mug shots, so they got fingerprints. So I think Shawn was there for that, and I think he was just trying to cut up, and those guys, doing the same kind of thing, posing for his mug shot, and I think one of them took exception, and I thought he was being a wise ass, started calling names or whatever, and then it escalated from there to. They ended up handcuffing him. He said they handcuffed him, his hands behind his back and the things to the legs, and they started kicking the shit out of him in the jail cell. And they did a badass number to him. And then they said somebody came by, like a nurse or something, come by and said, well, get this guy, at least get him some ice or whatever. You need some medical attention. Get somebody on. I think they said that somebody else in another jail, one of the other. Somebody arrested beat him up. So what they told the doctor or something. The doctor said, well, get him some ice. Get some ice. And that. Shawn said, the guy come by and threw the bag of ice at him. and it slid over, and he was like cuffed. He had to scoot over to put his head on the ice. And that was nasty. I mean, that was a rough thing. You know, and then Shawn we were talking, thinking it was sue the police department. And Vince, told Vince what happened, and the show couldn't be on TV. I mean, he looked horrible. And then, of course, Vince was like, no, just let it go. Which I was like, oh my God. I mean, I don't know how Shawn swallowed that one. I guess like I did to Scott Hall, and just had to swallow that one. Yeah. And Vince said he didn't want the publicity for it or whatever. He's just like, nope, leave it alone. But just talking about some of the things we went through. It was good, bad.